Okay, so welcome to my jam session. And we've been talking about Li Chu, which is the time of autumn that is still pretty hot. And we haven't completely transitioned into the Western concept of fall. I'm Jiao Shi, and you're at my jam session where we talk about all kinds of things, including the weather and how the seasons affect us with the 24 solar terms in Chinese cosmology, as well as the times of the year on the lunar calendar. So we talk about the lunar calendar and the solar terms. Then we talked about what? The trends of summer. So we left the trends of summer, which is the summer solstice, the minor heat, then the major heat, or the shazi, the shaoshu, or the dashu. And now we're moving into what? The start of autumn, but we still have the heat in the atmosphere. And even though we start autumn at this time, we have what we call the autumn tiger, which is very hot part of the season. And we still have to now accommodate and acclimate to this type of heat, because this type of heat is more of a dry heat. And we can see that all kinds of things are happening on the planet where it's still very, very hot, even though, according to Chinese calendar, we say this is the start of autumn. So once we see this energetic trend and we see it moving from June 21st, July 7th, to July 22nd, then now we were moving from the period of start of autumn, which was August 7th on the Western calendar, to now we're ending that period as of tomorrow. And once we finish the Li Chu, we're going to start the period of the Chu Shu, which is a period of August 23rd, and that wraps up to September 6th. September 6th on the Westernized calendar. So to recap, we talked about the beneficial types of nutrition that we can do. So we know that with our four energies, our sunlight, our oxygen, our water, we're going to now support with the food that is our directional header, our rudder, our steering wheel. And we have certain types of yang fruits and yin fruits that we can now incorporate into our particular diet. And we're going to highlight a yang fruit today and a yin fruit today that we're going to incorporate in our diet. So, like I said, to recap, we have pomelo, loquat, kumquat, starfruit, apples, plums, olives, grapefruit, and then the yin type, the lower to the ground vine fruits, we have pumpkin, kidney beans, grapes, bell pepper, butternut squash, acorn squash, pineapple. As we use these particular fruits, then now we can now do what? Help with the excess heat that we have in the atmosphere and begin to transition to fall. So today we're going to be dealing with the yang fruit, the loquat. And the loquat is a very interesting fruit because why? As we're transitioning into fall, and we still have that really high heat, we can still use this fruit to lubricate any type of dryness, because excess heat can create severe dryness. So now we're going to use this to lubricate the lungs, Because why the lungs? The lungs are very fragile. As it's moving from season to season, the lungs can actually be irritated, and then now we can develop symptoms. And those symptoms are cough or other types of symptoms that mimic what in the West is called the common cold. But we say is dryness in Chinese terms. So now how do we hydrate? We take the loquat and we add it to our diet, and then now the body will start to produce the fluids for the lungs, but then also regulate the digestion. And then we say descend the rebellious qi. So what does that mean? It means that the lungs typically should be going in this direction. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. But if you're coughing, now you're not inhaling completely, and now this is what we consider rebellious. As well as the stomach should be moving things downward, and if they're not, then now this can also irritate the lung, and you can have a cough that's regulated to the digestion. In ancient times, they labeled cough. So they would say, okay, a stomach cough would be coughing with vomiting, or a traditional cough that would be dry with no expectorant, or bladder cough where you cough and then now you urinate a little bit. So each one of these particular types of cough would be classified in the ancient texts. And when we use the appropriate method of treatment, then we could use acupuncture or herbal medicine or other forms of food therapy in this particular case. Then when we add the fruit, the loquat, to help descend the qi or the energy downward, so that now it would help with any type of stomach cough or any type of dry cough and moving things in this direction. Now that that energy is descended, then what's the great thing? It will actually help soothe the body and help the body calm down. So this is why we say calm the liver. This will help with any type of irritation that you have or any type of emotional response, especially because you're affected by the environment, the heat that we're talking about. So let's go to the next fruit, which are our yin fruits. And this we're going to be talking about today is grapes. Grapes. So grapes are great for what? A whole host of variety of different types of tonification, meaning building up your body's ability to now do what? Build the blood. Because we say that this helps nurture the blood and helps produce all aspects of the blood, whether it be the bones, the bone marrow, and then now allows your body to now replenish its blood supply. So we say for particularly the white, the red, or the purple or dark purple varieties, this is tonifying in nature. And where does it tonify? It tonifies the blood and nourishes the blood by doing what? Strengthening the bones. When the bones are strong, it's producing great bone marrow. When you produce great bone marrow, you have good blood. Then now this blood can now go and circulate throughout the connective tissue to the tendons. And then now what happens to the tendons? Your tendons are nurtured and strong. Now we say next, because you have that great blood supply, your body can produce lots and lots of energy. So we have a statement in Chinese medicine. We say the blood is the mother of the qi, the mother of the energy. That particular soupy substance, which is the blood, can now produce volumes of energy if that blood is now healthy and you're producing great blood. So then now this is why grapes are so great for producing not only great blood, but then great energy. And because those two things are now in play, it now harmonizes your what? Digestive ability. So it can do many variety of things, just like the loquat, but in different aspects of the body. Because now it's dealing with the low to the ground vine fruit aspect. So then now it's dealing what? The internal aspect of the bones, the bone marrow, harmonizing the stomach. Now, once you have new, strong blood, what is that blood going to do? It's going to go through your body and it's going to start to cleanse. Because why? Those old red blood cells, that old blood can now be retired and now be removed out. And now how is it going to be removed out? Your body will go through a cleansing cycle, take all the old materials, filter it through the kidneys, and then now your body will now excrete it out as liquid waste. So this is why we say it promotes diuresis. Once your body now promotes that diuresis, then you'll be able to do what? Now be able to rest and relax and not be as irritable in this period of heat and dryness. Because why? You have new, fresh blood that creates the moisture, that creates the movement, and allows your body to be able to cleanse itself. So now we have talked about both the period of Li Chu. We are moving into the period of Chu Shu. And now we've talked about the yang fruit of the loquat and the yin fruit of grapes. And we have both the white, red, and purple variety. So that's the end of our presentation for today. And I thank you all for coming to my jam session. Keep up the good work on watching those videos, because watching those videos over and over again about sunlight, about oxygen, about water, about utilizing the recipes that we have on the Type Me community, all of these things are going to help you each 100 days to help you transform yourself. The reason why we have that material on the website is to support you in helping yourself. So remember, I'm Jiao Shi. You can come on every Saturday and do what? Jam with me. And tell your friends, get body typed, and then we can actually add to and join our community. I'm Jiao Shi, and I'm out.